You think you want to be happy, but look closely at your life. Look at your daily choices. Are you actually building a happy life? Or are you just planning one? Most of us are infected by something psychologists call the arrival fallacy. We tell ourselves, I will be happy when I get that job. I will be happy when I make that much money. I will be happy when I find the perfect partner. But when you finally get there, what happens? The happiness lasts for about a week. Then, the emptiness returns. This is the hedonic treadmill. Your brain simply resets to its baseline, and suddenly, you are chasing the next milestone. You are running on a treadmill, exhausted, wondering why the scenery never changed.
What if your brain is actually terrified of happiness? What if it prefers the familiar misery you are in right now? To understand why we sabotage ourselves, you have to understand your biology. Your brain was not designed to make you happy. It was designed to keep you alive. To your brain, anything new is a potential threat. When you try to break a bad habit, your brain spikes your cortisol. It makes you feel anxious, tired, and stressed. It wants you to retreat to the comfort zone, because the comfort zone is predictable. Familiarity feels safe, even when it is destroying you. You stay in the toxic relationship. You stay in the dead-end job. You keep scrolling on your phone until 2 a.m. Because to your primitive brain, surviving another day in misery is a massive success. Change requires stepping into the dark, and the dark is where the predators hide.
So, how do we cope with this miserable safety? We daydream. We sit on our couches and imagine our perfect, successful future. We picture the aesthetic morning routine. We visualize the fitness transformation. And suddenly, we feel a massive rush of motivation. This is dopamine from imagination. Neurologically, your brain has a hard time telling the difference between imagining a success and actually achieving it. You get the chemical reward of victory without lifting a finger. This is the ultimate psychological trap. It makes you feel like you are making progress when you are actually standing still. This illusion leads straight into analysis paralysis. You buy the expensive planners. You watch hundreds of hours of productivity videos on YouTube. You research the perfect diet, the perfect workout, the perfect business plan. You convince yourself that you are preparing. But let's be honest. Perfectionism is just a socially acceptable form of procrastination. You are hiding behind your research because you are terrified of starting. We all know about the fear of failure. Nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to be judged by their friends or family. But there is a much darker force driving your procrastination. The fear of success. Think about it. If you fail, nothing changes. You just go back to your comfort zone. But if you succeed, everything changes. The expectations get higher. You have to maintain that success. You might outgrow your friends. You might realize that the people around you are toxic and you have to leave them behind. Success is isolating. Success is heavy.
Your brain senses this danger, so it pulls the emergency brake. It makes you hit the snooze button. It makes you self-sabotage right before the finish line. It keeps you safe in the tribe of the average. So, what do truly happy, successful people do differently? They understand the relationship between identity and action. Unhappy people wait to feel like a winner before they start playing the game. They wait for motivation. Happy people know that motivation is a myth. Action always comes first. Identity follows action. You do not wait to feel confident to speak up. You speak up, and the confidence follows. You do not wait to feel like a runner to go outside. You put on your shoes, you run, and you become a runner. They also manipulate friction. If they want to stop scrolling, they put their phone in another room. They increase the friction. If they want to read more, they put the book on their pillow. They eliminate the friction. Most importantly, happy people ignore grand, sweeping life changes. They do not try to overhaul their entire life in one day. They rely on small, consistent, almost boring habits. They take one tiny, imperfect step every single day. Because neuroplasticity, the rewiring of your brain, thrives on frequency, not intensity. Doing a 2-minute workout every day changes your brain more than a grueling 3-hour workout once a month. Happiness is not a destination. It is not a place you arrive at after you finally get your life together. Happiness is the byproduct of a life lived in motion. It is the quiet pride of keeping a small promise to yourself. Stop planning the perfect life. Start building an imperfect one today.